Hey y'all, what's going on? It is the Coastal Critiques panel, and we are back with the season finale of season 2 of The Real Housewives of Dubai. This is episode 13, entitled Best Friends for Never. Let's get into it.
Hey. I cannot believe it's the season finale. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. When you said, I was like, season finale. Yeah,
I know.
Finale.
It's crazy. It's definitely a finale. I mean, we definitely thugged it out. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, this is our third. This will be our third season of a Housewives franchise that we've successfully concluded or concluding, whatever, however you want to put it. Because we've done one of Atlanta, we've done one Salt Lake City, we've done one Dubai Potomac. Now.
We did Potomac. I mean, not Potomac. We did Atlanta.
I said that first. Yeah. Atlanta, Salt Lake City, and Dubai. So that's exciting. How did you? Okay, before we get into all that, y'all, we're streaming from both of our channels, so go on ahead, hit that like button on both channels, please, and thank you. Also, if you're not subscribed to either one of us or both of us or however you want to put it, make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels respectively. Also, make sure that you keep this conversation going in the comment section below. Let us know how you feel about this episode, this season, our commentary. We want to hear it all in the comment section below. And also make sure you are sharing us with your people far and wide. So I think that pretty much takes care of the housekeeping. But like I was about to say, though, how did you feel about this episode being the finale? Like, we finally got the whole picture of it all. How are you feeling?
When you bring it down to it was over a word, not that it was not that not, like the let's say it like this, that a word, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. When you say that, like literally it came down to that. But it was brewing, it was stewing, it was, I do have in one of my notes, because this didn't have nothing to do with the show. I mean, with the episode, but I had put the first thing I had wrote down. It says, it's funny when friends fall out, but they see their friend being a mean girl, and you look back at how maybe you both acted that way. And that goes for Stansberry with her and Brooks when they fell out. Well, they're not gonna say, because we didn't really see them like be friends, but they got a chance to see each other in different lights because they're not talking about it. They weren't together doing what it was that they do. And then the same thing when it comes down to Lisa and Ayan. Until you're not on the side of the mean girl or the person that's being mean, or you don't think you're the mean girl because you just think you're poking fun and having fun with your friend, not knowing you're hurting somebody's feelings. So it was funny to me to see how people can see their friend being, negative, different, a mean girl, if you will. You start seeing that and be like, dang, you mean, like, and then you be like, dang, was I mean? Is this how it was? So for me, I just see that kind of thing going on in a couple of people's,
For me, like how I felt just overall, like I was really anxious going into this because I was like, okay, what is it going to give? Where we at with it? Like, what's happening? What is it going to be? And once it was all said and done, without making myself sound like I like mess or anything like that, y'all, I have to say, though, I was kind of disappointed. I was kind of disappointed because it was like, it just didn't give what I thought it was going to give. Like, I didn't think that, I thought it was going to be some groundbreaking, like next level, diabolical, like treacherous thing. And then it was just like, this is it. There was a couple pieces in there that I took away and was kind of like, okay, maybe that's why it could have been amplified a little bit more from this angle versus this angle, but the actual like actions of it all just wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough to get us to where we are now from what I would have thought, but we're here.
Because I think like I said, you start thinking back, like Ayan, we're gonna talk about how the producers help go back and think about how she was treated in her friendship with Lisa and how things weren't reciprocated in both ends. So we'll get into that, but those kind of things, it's like an epiphany, like, or the aha moment, like, wait a minute. Was I being your good friend and you wasn't being mine? Wait, hold on a minute. So, I'm with you. It was a letdown. Not that I like mess, like you said, it's not even about us being messy, but for them to, I feel like when the initial thing that when they really got mad and she told her F off and get out of her room and all that lead up was more something I would call as the that's done dead it. We're not coming back from this. That's where I saw that going. If so, for this to happen, it's like what? Okay, I get it because, like I said, we've been saying we've been peeling back layers this whole season and finding out who's who and who does what, who pokes the bear, who is the brown noser, all these different things and different angles that you just said. There's so many different angles you can look at it, depending on who your favorite is or who you mess with or who you don't like.
Yeah, it definitely made me think back. It definitely there's still enough there for us to obviously dissect it like we're about to, but in totality, I just definitely thought it was going to be something else, and I still was very much on the side of, I felt like at the time, at least, I was like, oh my god, this needs to be at least 90 minutes. But then when it all came down to it, the straw that broke the camel's back in the end was only like the last 5-8 minutes. So I was just like, so what was this whole season for again? Anyway.
Yeah, I paused it when you called me earlier when we apologetically had to push our live back. Sorry about that, guys. But when you called me, I was right at the 40-minute mark, I think, about the 40-minute mark. Now, so I'm paused. And so I'm like gearing up for what's about to happen. So when I told you that my notes were gone, I was at that moment where they're about to go into that scene. And so I'm all excited about it because I do all those notes and I'm like, okay, well, okay. And I was just like, what? I'm with you. I'm glad they did not give us an hour and a half because that would have been some bull crap. It just was nothing in this finale felt finale-ish until you said it was the finale. And when we got the scenes for the reunion, nothing about this felt finale-ish.
The event did, the event had the aesthetic of what it was going to be. But I still feel like we didn't even really stick around there and really get, I don't know.
You're right. What is it? We were talking about the queens and the, come on, girl. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out together because I'm lost. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm lost.
So, yes.
Hey, Kinkins. We love you so much.
Yes, we do. And hey,
Kevin.
See you. Yes, y'all. So right off the bat, we know that they were still away doing this whole staycation or whatever, over in, I forget what it was called, but they still over there. They still at the resort, the 7-star resort and all that. Yeah, they're still there.
7-star golf resort, basically.
Yeah. Yes. Brooks, Saba. It was like Brooks, Saba, and Sarah over here. I don't think they were eating breakfast, but they were like congregated over here. And then we have Talene, Rafi, Stanberry, and Sergio over in her Sergio, whoever's room, they was over here. And then we have Ayan and Chris, and then we have Rich and Lisa come over to have breakfast in their room. So everybody's off in their 3 little groups or whatever. That's how we're welcomed into this episode. And we find out from Talene, of course, because this is her event or whatever, that they're going to be going to like Soul Beach or something like that. They're going to a beach. They're going to have a beach day because we know the day before that was all about golf and everything. So we're going to do a little, beachy day that we're just going to love each other and talk nicely and have the best time, right? Because it's Housewives. Okay. So anyway, Talene. Talene, I don't know. I'm sure you picked up on it, but I feel like Talene kind of had like a little bit of a chip on her shoulder when it came to Stanberry in this moment, because she kind of was like, she said it humorously, but she did say something along the lines of Stanberry, not sticking up for her. She's like, yeah, Sergio, he's sticking up for me or whatever, being a good friend, because you dang sure didn't. Stanberry, when it came to Lisa coming at her at the dinner before, the night before, I should say. Talene obviously didn't like that. And, but in Stanberry's defense, she's like, well, for one, this season, I've already had my fair share of getting the business. And you just need to learn when to jump in and when not to jump in, basically. And that's just not something I was about to do. Sorry. And I hope Talene how did you feel about that, I should say?
I feel like she told her the truth. Stanberry wasn't trying to be mean. She was literally like, if you just didn't stick your nose in some stuff, maybe a lot of this wouldn't have happened, and basically she's telling her to pick and choose your battles. So you need, especially around girls that you are working with, you do need to pick and choose your battles. You're on TV. So don't make his poor decision on trying to make a moment. Sometimes it's not worth it. And knowing who you dealing with, you just don't. Some things are not worth making moments. And Stanberry was correct in telling her. And it was funny that Talene, I feel like Talene was right in telling her, though, if that's how she felt about it, instead of harboring feelings and then drinking and then it coming out later, because that's what it tends to happen.
Yes. I guess for me, I guess I took that moment to think about, like, okay, wait, is this just a general rule of thumb, like you're saying, like, girl, you should know, when to choose your battles wisely, and that was not one you probably should have chose, like, or was it more of like we should use this moment to look at Stanberry and be like, see, you ain't nobody's friend. For me, it was more of like, girl, like, yeah, you shouldn't have did that, more than it was a moment to look at Stanberry and be like, on some, yeah, this is why no one should be playing you close. You're only out for yourself. You'd be, being weird, yada, yada, yada. I just genuinely think, like, I think if it was something worth her jumping into and actually giving her 2 cents on or whatever, then I do think she would have did that. But I just feel like, yeah, like, this was something that, Talene, yeah, you just should have stayed out of it. And I feel like Talene probably thought she was staying out of it, but she really wasn't, because if we go back to that dinner, she was saying little things. Remember, she was like very much letting it be known that she still felt some type of way about how Lisa came at her earlier that day. She was I forget what she said, but she was doing that thing where you're kind of like letting people know that you have a problem about something, but you're kind of trying to make a joke out of it, or say, well, I was called, rich, and I was, and it's just like, yeah, you got your feelings hurt and you still feel some type of way, but you don't want to address that person who hurt your feelings because you know that it'll probably happen again. That's what it was giving. So in that case, Talene, you should have just been like even more quiet, because yeah.
I hope she learns. I don't know if she does. I don't think Talene listens to anybody, to be honest.
I don't think so either. And I also think it was another major part of that was when Stanberry went on to say, like, you expect me to jump in, basically, and Brooks didn't even come in to defend you, and that's supposed to be your
butt
in the group.
Yes, that's true. And she didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't.
But
And
and
you
what's crazy is, and I know we said it last week, like it's crazy because Celine, you were so quick to jump in on something to defend or support or whatever you want to put it, the person that was just running you up the flagpole like 2 weeks ago, this whole season, dragging you all over the place, talking about, you know, all these things.
right.
So
It's
quick to
the
come to things, and you should probably know when to. You should just know when to open your mouth and who to back up when they need to be backed up. That's how I feel about Celine. But
but you should also know Lisa is a strong woman and she's not gonna let Lisa Brooks is a strong woman. She's not gonna let Lisa just run amok. Not too long. She might let her say a little something.
you weren't needed, Celine.
No, at all. There was no reason for you to jump in it, even if it was to say, well, your brand was everywhere. I know it was your event, but your brand was everywhere. I didn't need to see brand everywhere. I was like, girl, you sound hurt, but hurt. But that Meaning Row was everywhere. So what?
On the yeah, I'm still not over that. But on the contrary, Lisa, she thinks that Celine also, yeah, she needs to stay out of things because she's so quick to jump in and fight everybody else's battles. When in reality, at least for this situation, it should have just remained between Brooks and Lisa. I agree with that.
That's all it should have been.
I don't agree with everything Lisa says or does. We'll get into that later. But in this moment, no, I do think we weren't even able to get to the root of the problem and focus on the root of it because Celine, you decided to jump in. Then that got this started and this started. Like everybody should know when it's a time and place to be into mess and not. But anyway, moving on.
And let's be clear. Lisa did take it to the next level. She didn't have to call her a B. She didn't have to go that hard. You really was going off because you really wanted to go off on Brooks, which you didn't even need to go off about. So what they were talking about that you could have had the event at my place. So what? And so you could say, no, I would have, but I didn't want to take away from your business. That's why I didn't do it at your spot. You're brand new, and then this spot is smaller. It was easier for me to brand this small, intimate place. Your place is humongous, and it's the glass house. Like it could have just went so much different. Like it literally could have went so much different. They made it go to the left, like literally went. They didn't have to go there. And Lisa was mad at Brooks, not at Talene. And no matter what Talene said, she didn't need to insert herself, but Lisa did not need to go that hard on Talene. And Brooks sat there and let her. She actually moved back.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't.
Like, see, you can't be taking up for people. They don't take up for you.
Facts. Meanwhile, Brooks was upstairs. She was still kind of like popping ish, if you ask me. Because she was very much, which is crazy to know that now that her and Brooks and Lisa are like buddies on the outside world right now. Anyway, crazy. But during this moment, she was still talking crazy. I feel like about what's her face, Lisa. At this moment, Brooks was.
I'm like, who were we talking to?
She was talking about how she's so quick to always say she's the only one that has a business and this, that, and the other thing. But it wasn't even Brooks that surprised me in this moment as much as I was ready to jump in the TV and get with Saba. Because I don't know if you picked up on Saba being a co-signer over there talking about she can't handle anyone saying anything about her. Asked you, are you really did you really decide out of the entire season that this is the time that this is the last one-liner word that you said the entire season? Did you really want to be known for saying that in this moment, Saba?
She did.
Bet. If I was Lisa, lucky. She's lucky.
She's not going to be at the reunion.
She wasn't at that reunion because she would not. But apparently, word on the curb about that is that Lisa's also one of the ones that are vying for Saba to come back, though. So
it's so many things, so many wires crossing, and I can't keep up. And I watch the show.
It's not your fault. You know whose fault it is? It's Bravo's fault for deciding to come back 7 years later.
Thank you. Because I'm trying to figure out why I can't follow, and I've been connecting dots. We've been talking about it every other week, every week. Why am I all discombobulated?
No, it's not you. It's definitely them. This episode confirms I do not like Talene, her husband, Sarah Saba, Sergio, and Ayan at all. Sorry. Ooh. Oh,
good
Kevin.
point.
I want to know more as we get into
I know why you don't like Sergio in that moment. Hey, Jessica Lindsay.
Hey.
Good to see you. Thank you. You guys make sure y'all follow my girl. I love her so much. She's all about networking. Y'all gotta make sure y'all follow Just Valencia. Please, please, please. If you can drop your link, please do so, baby. Because she's a key. Like, I love Just Valencia. She's the best. But no, literally, I understand. I know where you went with Sergio, I think. Kev, we gonna discuss because I haven't get to that part. So I think I know where you are with Sergio. Yeah. When he was standing, well, for me, it was when he was standing there and and remember he didn't say he was about to walk away from it was a husband.
I'm confused about that part though.
What do you mean?
I was gonna ask, like, well, I didn't understand, but
he was ready to walk. It was like, well, it was Lisa's husband because Lisa came over there when it was after when Lisa didn't want to talk. So
no, Sergio was standing there like, awkwardly.
Yeah, so it was awkward. But my point for me, I just felt like I know husbands shouldn't get in it, but at some point it's like, wait, what's wrong? Why would you not talk to Ayan? What happened with Ayan? What's wrong? Like, I just feel like he could have.
That was Rich. That wasn't Sergio.
No, there was both of them. They both was there. And
Sergio was like, I'm gonna like let you guys talk or whatever. And Rich, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm gonna talk to you. We're gonna talk later. Because Rich know his wife be doing some bull. He knows that.
More of a reflection. I mean, I don't really think that was a reflection of Sergio at all. He was just
there. When you're
so awkward.
When Ayan walked up, like if us three are talking, me, my husband, and your husband is talking, and and my girlfriend walks over, Colette walks over and wants to speak to me, and I kind of dismiss her, and the guys are standing there. My husband, of course, is like, well, damn, what happened? But my friend would be like, wait, what happened? Why y'all? What's wrong with y'all? That's how I look at it, because I'm looking at it as we're all friends, we're all in this scene, it's affecting all of us. So why are you coming up? Why are you not talking to her? And you let her walk off like that? What's wrong with you? As a friend,
Sergio should have asked.
I'm just saying, I would have. Like, what happened? What's wrong? Well, weren't we just all good? I didn't know. Me, it's not even in no prying way. I'm standing there. You just dismissed your friend in front of me, so I'm gonna ask you, what's wrong with you? Oh yeah, I am. I feel like because I want to know, why would you do that in front of me?
Because there's so many reasons that we could literally talk.
Yeah, but if you're doing it in front of me, I want to know why you're doing that. Why would you? What's
that would also been him? Then somebody else would have came and been like, "Why are you being nosy? This has nothing to do with you." And
she just did it in front of me.
And I also, because with Sergio, he's probably thinking last season, when he did interject, and I know some things were even said on Twitter, that was a problem. So if I was him, I would stay out of it. If it has nothing to do with me or my wife, then it's not my place to be in it. I can't fault him for that.
I'm not faulting him, but you ain't about to walk up on my own. We're all friends. What's wrong
with him? Or he's not even friends. Lisa's not even friends with his wife. So why would he? That makes no sense.
It is if you walk up over in front of me and you do that, I'll be like, "What's wrong with you? You was just cool. What happened? What's wrong?" And Sergio being the youngest, yes, I would. That's who I expect to do. It's the young one, like, "Hey, what's wrong? What happened?" Right. You welcome.
He can't win for losing. Help me to understand why Brooks is mad at Lisa for not hosting Lisa's event at her spot.
No reason.
Invite Lisa Norian for her spa launch earlier in the season. Make it make sense. Yes,
we said that, and it would never make sense. It would never make sense.
Which I don't know if you guys caught that. If you're watching this, you might not have caught it, because I want to say it was said offline that yes, when Brooks had her grand opening, her launch party, whatever you want to say, she did not invite Ayan or Lisa. So it's crazy to think that fast forward from there, that Brooks would
Lisa
then,
was nice enough. Lisa was nice enough to invite you to her event, and then you gonna turn around and be mad that she didn't ask you to rent your spot out. What?
you've already made it clear that we weren't welcome in your spot 2 weeks ago.
And I still invited
you. We invited to your spot.
Now I invited you to my spot. Can I use a place? The place that you didn't invite me to?
I mean,
the place that I've never been to.
Come by to see what's up. Actually use your facility. No one's that stupid. Get out of here, Brooks. Moving on.
No, never.
Lisa, or shall I say Rich, actually, was the one that apparently picked up on how hard Ayan was going for Lisa.
He loved that. I love that. I love that. Is what he
very
said.
much,
I love that.
he very much appreciated that or whatever, which revealed obviously to Lisa, like at this moment she's seeing Ayan as somebody who's down for her and everything is good. So we think. Again, they're going to oops. I was gonna say beach, but remember when Ayan was like beaches at the bitch
Beaches at the beach.
She said it, y'all. Anyway, so fast forward, they go to the, was it the beach or was it the pool? I don't know what type of facility this was, but they were kind of outside in like some cabana situation, kind of.
Yeah, they didn't give us a full visual like they usually do.
But later on, when they went and like jumped in the water,
the pool, it was like pool.
It wasn't but I did whatever.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do it.
The guys over here, the girls, they have their own cabana table situation over here. So they all sit down. Everybody looked really nice. I wish I had the pictures for you guys, but my technology is not my friend today. So, and because everybody looks so beautiful, I feel like during this scene, I don't know, everybody just looked really nice. But they're sitting around, and it was pretty much Talene that got it started by asking, or by turning to Lisa and saying, I think you and I should talk about what happened. And then she proceeds to say, like, oh yeah, Ayan, don't worry, she'll be okay. I'm like, oh, okay. I see what you see, Talene, you keep saying little stuff, but okay. So Lisa's like, okay, whatever. And Talene starts off by saying, or actually, I missed a part. At this exact moment, Stanberry's like, I ain't got it to do. I don't want to be around y'all. I'm good. I don't want no parts of a one-on-one conversation. She gets her up and moves over here with the guys. And I was like, honestly, again, she's also someone who can't win for losing on this cast. I have no issue with her doing that. I would have did the same thing. Well, actually, I would never be her. But anyway, moving on.
First of all, a one-on-one is one-on-one, and that ain't a one-on-one. So I don't know.
That was not exactly a one-on-one, but I see what you were trying to. It
should
have been a one-on-one. Absolutely. It wasn't a one-on-one because we're on Housewives. So Talene starts off by saying, like, I shouldn't have interjected, and I was just trying to support her being Brooks, when I should just stayed out of it, but at the same time, I didn't really appreciate how you came at me at dinner, and I just feel like it was super uncalled for, something along those lines, y'all. But Lisa, she, on the other hand, she immediately starts off her statement by saying, I shouldn't have called you out of your name, but there's always a but. Positive, what positive, but Talene just does things. She just does things that irritate the F out of me. And then before we know it, y'all, then she goes on to say, like, that Talene says basically like unnecessary stuff. And if you say unnecessary stuff to her, she's going to take it in a negative way, basically. And I'm like, okay, I was kind of with her. I kind of understood where we were going. But then I don't know if you picked up on when Sarah jumped in and said, then don't tell her that you don't have a business. I'm like, here you go again, Sarah. Here you go again. So Sarah. And then I want to say Ayan also jumped in at this point because I think she sees it. She's more so, I feel like, focused on Brooks in the situation and how she saw Brooks for who she was in this whole entire situation. I feel like it was Ayan and Brooks. Sarah jumped in a little bit, whatever. And then it's obviously like Talina, Lisa also. But I feel like every single time Ayan jumps into it, it's more
in defense of
yeah, but it's to address Brooks because that's more of the root of the problem here. And Lisa's like, or Talene's like, Lisa says we were arguing. Whatever, who cares about that? Oh no, it was Talene. Talene really things went left when she was like, is this an apology or like what are we doing here? And Lisa's like, well, it won't be if we keep doing that. And then she starts saying the bitchy word gets involved more. And we know that's a word that was involved episodes prior early on the season where we had Lisa calling Talene, a bitchy, however you want to put it, earlier on. So of course Talene clocks that in this moment. And I think she even said like, let's take a shot for every time she goes through or something like that.
I almost did, girl. I almost did because I like a little tequila shot.
It's like the emphasis she puts on the word bitchy. I think that's really like
you know what? It's because it's not in the tone. She doesn't yell it. She's bitchy. It's in the itchy. It's the itchy in it. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like every like letter in the word, and I feel like that's probably what jumps out at us mostly. Talene likes to throw a rock, then hide her hand. Keep an eye on her.
We always do. I mean, I think she's a brown noser anyway. She just whichever way the wind blow her is where she gonna go.
Talene was expecting an apology. I am with Lisa. You are getting it, and I will apologize when I'm ready. Which is where the conversation is. I'm glad you said that, Kevin.
Yes,
they weren't able to resolve anything.
I gotta go unlock the door for the kids. I'm listening. I just gotta go downstairs. Go ahead.
Okay. Brooks jumps in. She jumps in to deny that she walked into the event talking about glass house. That's mainly what Ayan was defending. Was that no, girl, like you knew exactly what you were doing since you hit that when you hit that door. And I was like, honestly, out of everybody's qualm right now or whatever, I think that again is the root of what the issue is that Brooks, like you were very purposeful about the language you were using. You were the one who, I mean, everybody else was doing spa services. So she was the one who was mostly available, able to talk about just how she felt so slighted. She's the one that instigated and breathed life into that whole conversation, y'all. And if you didn't pick up on that, maybe you need to go back and watch episode 11 or 12, whichever episode that was. But that's very much the energy that Brooks was giving. And that's why we even made mention of how like these ladies was literally trying to enjoy their spa services, and this lady's over here in the chair in the corner talking about how she feels some type of way and how she's been the one that's been breathing life, I feel like, into a lot of these situations, which is why in this episode she went on to gloat about how these people are fighting and I'm not in it and this and that. But she conveniently does that when everything is said and done because she was there on the front end. We're on the back end now, and you might not be involved or it might not appear like you're involved, Brooks, but we are very much aware of how all of these situations jumped off, and you were right there front and center, breathing life into all of these conflicts. Just saying. And yeah, like we said, Lisa was like, I'm not apologizing. She very much gets up and she's like, ugh. And Rich is like, ugh. And they walk off. And I was like, see, we love a supportive husband. We love a supportive spouse on Housewives. We love to see that. We love to see the husbands right there ready to, yep, let's go home. Let's go get the Go get the valet. Lisa was over it. She's like, she didn't even want to be there anymore. So they literally leave, and I think it was Talene and Rafi, Brooks, Saba, Ayan, Stanberry, and Sergio that were also there, because Sarah also left. She was like, my son got a fever, I'm out. Like, I don't have this.
Yeah, she did say that.
Any time for this. But while I honestly thought at this point that this was going to be the catalyst of things, because you see how like Lisa left, but Ayan was still there. I assumed that was going to be the catalyst of why they stopped being friends. Like, oh, you stayed back there, you should have left too when you saw I was leaving and I'm your friend. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be, but it wasn't. Obviously, if you watch the episode, you know what the final thing was. But this is more so where we get more insight as to why the ladies feel the way they do about Ayan and Lisa's friendship. And we have Talene over here mainly, you know, given examples as to how, you know, the group is so cliquey, which it was actually Brooks that was like, yeah, we're supposed to have fun and all this, but like, can we just stop the clicks? And I'm like, Brooks, you're the one who wants to keep things clicked. What do you mean?
Gosh.
Like, she's the one who also gives off the energy of, I don't want nobody to be friends unless I'm at the center of it.
That's it. And Stanberry is almost the same way, because I was going to ask you earlier, do you think that Stanberry is like that? Is she a girl's girl? Do she really have friends? Do she really want to make friends? And now thinking about it, Brooks is the same way. It's like, I want y'all to be my friend, but I want y'all to be my friend that y'all put me on the pedestal.
I don't really get that from Stanberry as much as I think like it's like, I think Brooks is like that, most definitely.
Yeah, she is.
I honestly think Lisa's given a little bit of that. Unless I'm involved, I don't want you guys to be friends, or I don't understand it, or it's whatever. I do feel like kind of like that a little bit, because she was going out of her way, I feel like, to give off mean girl weird energy. I know weird energy, y'all. I've been in situations before. I've been in a lot of I've been in a lot of situations where the energy that Lisa was starting to give off at certain points in this episode definitely also gave me Mean Girl, which was obviously disheartening for me, because I still do like Lisa, but I just don't like how she handled all this. Brooks doesn't give me girls girl. She gives me like girls girl, like in the moment when we're having fun. She seems like
I know Brooks is not a girl's girl. Brooks is the type of person that she likes to talk about everybody, and she likes to watch the demise of things happening too. Like she just like with Lisa, she's like, I don't like that. I don't like anybody that gives me the evil stepmother or the evil queen I don't like that, because that means you two-faced, you phony, you'll laugh in my face, you'll act like one thing, just like when we get to the point now with production can play a role, and it might be taken out of context. But the point is, like when I'm not kissing the hand, or she was like, oh, I love this, and then in the next one, oh, I hate that. It was like, ugh, I hate people like that. You tell people that you like something in that moment when you really don't. Then don't say nothing. Like, don't tell me you like my hair when you about to walk over and be like, what the hell did she do to her hair? You could have not said nothing. I wouldn't even care. But you to go out your way to tell me one thing when you thinking another thing, shady, shisty, snakish behavior. Don't like it. Get away from me with that. I don't like none of it. I don't like it. So to me, it makes her ugly, and she's an attractive woman, but her ways make her I don't even see pretty or nice or nothing. I just feel like, wow, you are evil. Why are you like that? Like, you shouldn't be like that. You own your own business. You have money. You have your health. You have a kid. Like, you have good things going on, but you're so mean. Still don't understand why she's so evil. Still,
she don't understand why she's so evil. Yeah, I don't get it, y'all. But nonetheless, yeah, they tell Ayan like it's because you always seem to switch up when she's like around or whatever. Talene gives this like stabbing example or whatever.
Oh, that was crazy.
it was just like a lot of, yeah, you switch up when she's around, and it's like Lisa can do no wrong in your eyes. And Ayan was really kind of thrown off by this because this is the first time she's ever heard this. She's at this point, she wants to have healthy friendships with all the ladies. She's trying to move in a different direction, but they put this thought in her mind now, and it's got her really reflecting on things. And they all, get up to go, like, have fun in the water and stuff like that. But she's definitely still very much holding on to what they said. And it's actually not going to be the last time that we hear about that, though, y'all. But that was it for this scene. Lisa, what? No, that's not the right part. So meanwhile, back to life, back to reality, all the things. Brooks and her son, they're going to Paris and Maldives this summer. And we have Sarah and Maktoum. They're going to the Maldives as well. And Lisa and her Bantu knots are going to, and she looks so cute. I wish I had the picture. Anyway, Rich is going to take her shopping. They're going to their favorite restaurant, and then there's some farmhouse shopping and
the life,
living the life. Which I've actually seen them in their natural
habitats. Me too.
TikTok before, and
they were at the Olympics. They was having a good time at the Olympics and everything.
The Olympics, but I saw them.
Yeah, they were at the Olympics.
They were like on Rodeo Drive, like shopping, and I was like, "Oh, hey." Lisa was, or I think it was like one of those. I don't know if you guys ever saw, like on TikTok, they find the people on the street and ask them what they're wearing and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, what do you do?" And I forget what he said. I guess he said like he's in finance or whatever. And Lisa was like, I forget what Lisa said, but I was like, girl, you better say all the accolades. But she was being very, very demure and, all the things. And I was like, see, I love y'all. I love y'all. Anyway, though, back to where everybody else is going to be vacationing this summer, y'all. We got, or I should say that Lisa and Rich, they want to buy a home closer to where like he grew up and stuff. The Cotswolds, I think is what they said, which is an hour from London, in the countryside or whatever. And a fun fact, Stanberry's parents also have a home out there as well that they've been trying to sell. So Lisa's going to, take a gander at that, although we come to find out that it was a little, on the smaller side of what they were, looking for. They're looking for some acres, they want
some land. 50 to 100 acres. That's a lot.
I'm here for it. I want like 40. So I understand. I like how y'all do things. I like how y'all are moving. We got Ayan and Stanberry over here. They're discussing their summer endeavors and travel plans. Ayan's going to Cannes and the Maldives as well. And Stanberry, she's going to Maldives too. And Paris to get a handbag. Oh my gosh. And that's because in the summer, Dubai gets exceptionally hot. 120 on a minimum good day is what they're facing. So because of that, they often travel to other places and whatnot. So Ayan and Stanberry thought it was a good idea for them to have this goodbye Dubai party because it's more of like, okay, a way to also for them to showcase just how far they've come in their friendship. We're reaching new heights. Like we're actually at a point where we're able to have a full-on party together. We're just in that good of a space. So they like recorded this little video or invitation or whatever, which really didn't.
So they thought.
So they thought. Stanberry didn't even record it, but anyway.
Leave it to the elders. Leave it to us to be trying to. Oh, my bad. I didn't push the record button. You always put it to the young one. Give it to the youngest person in the room.
That's happening, like once Ayan's like, girl, we need to throw the best party ever. Like food, entertainment, the whole nine. I'm trying to do it all. Sandberry, she's like the same thing because she going to Paris twice. She's going to the Bordeaux. She's going to Saint Tropez. She's going. They're just going all these places, and I was just like, oh my god, just take me with you. And yeah, so they've really reached new heights with their friendship, and Ayan, which just leaves Ayan even more confused as to why Lisa be feeling the way she does, because like Sandberry's one, she's funny AF, and even when she's not being funny, even when she's being a bitch, I love her like through and through. That's how Ayan feels about Stanberry right now. And I was like, that made me laugh. I can't lie. Like when she says certain things in confessionals, these last couple episodes, she's really been making me laugh. I can't lie.
Yeah, because you know, it's her quirkiness. It's her quirkiness. Yeah.
Yes, she just always says, and I think I even tweeted that last night because I was tweeting, y'all, if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you're doing that. Just like I'll just be saying the darndest things. I'm here for it. But anyway, then we move over to Sarah's house. We're not here for very long, but she's doing a little work with her son at first. You know, she's still trying to get him back acclimated. She's still trying to Brooks
definitely does that.
Yes. It was reading Mean Girl, Kevin. I feel like it was. Brooks was my face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, she should read.
She literally could do that. That's why I can see it's her being a
Corella, you know,
some kind of ice queen. Like literally, because some kind of it's scary to me to smile in people's face and then think about it, but she does it so often that it's like, dang girl, I don't trust nothing you say. I don't trust nothing that come out of her mouth. Like if I met her and she'd be like, oh, you look so pretty, I would think automatically like she over there lying. She lying. I play stupid then wants to be there. I don't think she plays stupid. I think her culture, she just a little, like I said, she's quirky. Her quirkiness is a little off. You know, she don't get much. I mean, I ain't gonna say she got common sense, but not all the time. I just don't think. Yeah, naive is a better word. Naive is a better word.
Yeah, I don't think that she's had like the same type of life experience. Like I'm not saying she's obviously had life experience. She's had life experience that we haven't had. Yeah. It's just it's not the same. She hasn't faced the same type of hardships. Obviously, she has faced hardships, y'all. I'm not saying that, but when it comes to maybe like the cattiness or the picking up on certain social constructs and certain things like that, and societal like issues and different things, I just don't think that she has that same she's been through maybe those same things or had to deal with certain like microaggressions or certain things sometimes. So maybe like when the ladies did tell her this and everything, that's why she kind of probably had this moment of reflection of kind of like, oh, like you weren't being. Some people genuinely wear their hearts on their sleeves and are just people that really put themselves like and go hard for the people that they care about and just have this huge, just undying trust in other people that they, care for or whatever, because I don't really feel like that's anything wrong with that. Ultimately, like she thought this lady was, her right hand, and so she gave it her all, and now she's learning that may have not been reciprocated fully, and that can be like groundbreaking for certain people that have never had to deal with that. She said this is only her second best friend in life. Like she hasn't really had to deal with these types of things, I guess. Two things can be true at the same time, though. She could be, in that boat with it, and she could also be putting on sometimes, because there was a couple times during the season we picked up on her also stirring the pot a little bit with I think the most recent one was, I can't think right now. It's been so many episodes now, but she did a couple of things this season which made us look kind of at her like, oh, we see what you're doing, Ayan, like bringing certain stuff up at the dinner table and stuff. Ayan, I am above it. Oh,
I'm good at it. She tries to, but she's still messy in her quirkiness makes her come back to the weird things, even though she's like the life of the party. Like she is like the life of the party. If she's not there, there was one episode where remember she didn't come to the party because she got upset with Lisa that got into it, and so she didn't come to that party. Party was still fun, but they would have had way more fun if Ayan would have been there, because she's just like over the top, so weird, doesn't care, does what she wants to do, and is not unapologetic for it. Like, and I love that about her. But like you said, she has stirred the pot, but I also think she was trying to find her footing and where she fits in this group. And I think she started realizing early on that, yeah, she wanted to have more friends in the group. And Lisa was like, no, you're not. As we gonna find out, she, later on, how she really feels, that Lisa was literally stringing her along or telling her what to do. So we'll discuss in a little bit, because that's gonna come out.
Facts. And we about to get into all that, y'all. But as far as this scene went with Sarah and her son, we finally get the breakdown of what all went on between her and Akin that got them where they were at. So again, she was doing some homework or whatever with her son at first. Tells him to go check on the cook. He walks away. She gets on the phone to freaking FaceTime old boy.
No, boy.
I was, like I said, we're not about to be here a long time, because I'm not even gonna waste a lot on him, because FaceTimes him. He just so happened to be coming from the gym, whatever. She's like, look, dude, in light of everything I've gone through, my son ain't right. He's still, dealing with how, he feels, knowing that, the nanny was plotting on him, basically. And to add insult to injury, we've been arguing every day. It's not looking too great. Yada, yada, yada. Actually, she doesn't even say that part yet. She just focuses solely mainly on her son at first, and saying that she needs to make sure that he's good. She just wants to focus all of her attention on pouring into him right now. He needs her. That's her first priority. He's still kind of confused or whatever, or is like, what is that? What are you saying? What do you mean? Whatever. And she's like, look, we've been all arguing every day. I just went through all this. You're also all the way over here. Like, yeah, we're arguing nonstop. And instead of responding with anything constructive, he decides to hang up in her face. And she's like, okay, like completely taken aback, because in her eyes, and this at the same time, I'm not going to go too hard, because she also said something at this point that I was kind of like, what do you mean, Sarah? Like, she's still doing that thing where it's not fully clicking, I still feel like. And I say that, y'all, because then she says, she wasn't even calling to end things, but to let him know that they break because they're fighting every single day.
That's
what
not.
Do you mean you weren't calling to end things, Sarah? A break? What do you need to break a break for? Break it off and let him go about his life, and you go about your life, because y'all are just not two people that have a lot in common that need to be together. That's why I said I'm not going to spend too much time on him, because she still wasn't clicking still. And I still haven't watched any of her interviews to see what all occurred, because and later on we find out too, like they did continue to correspond a little bit. So I don't know what the final straw that broke the camel's back fully was, but at this point in time, I was just still you to him, because that's rude AF. And like, yeah, you shouldn't have, even if you really did care about him, the son, which obviously, like you've been saying, he has not cared about him. Clearly, he would have been more receptive. He would have been like, fine, cool, yes. Like, even before her even saying any of this, it shouldn't even taken her to say this for him to be like, look, we're not really in a good place right now. I'm probably not even me, but like, we just can't seem to communicate in a positive way right now. I know for a fact that you just went through all of these wildly traumatic things. Let me step back and say, you just focus on what you got going on right now. Be there for your son. Make sure he's good. I'm going to do me. You know, if we decide to spin the block and run into each other again someday, then cool. That's what I would have did if I was him. But no, he was giving very much opportunist. I want to be, you know,
He showed her who he was, and she better believe him, but she didn't. Really found out. And yeah, he's selfish. And we find out that he's not only that he's selfish, but that he's jealous. And anybody that got a jealous heart, no matter what she does, he's gonna be jealous of her son. He's gonna be jealous of her friends. He's gonna be jealous of her job. He's gonna be jealous. If he's jealous, he's jealous, and it doesn't matter what he's jealous of the box of cereal she gonna eat that morning. He's gonna be jealous of everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Y'all have to people like that.
That's why she don't need to be around him, and that's why Saba went so hard. And so many people have to tell her she's looking at his aesthetic. That's all that is. Because you couldn't think. If you argue with this man every day on this phone, and this is the only way you guys communicate, then what do you think is going to happen when you're sitting in his face?
I want to, yeah. I have more to say about it later on when she talks about it with Nina and Saba a little bit more. I have some I want to say about it, but in this moment, I was very much in the boat that you're speaking on right now of like, you were too busy wrapped up. Like, your mind was in a whole different place because you weren't, instead of just taking y'all's arguments as that being the only sign of y'all shouldn't be together, you should have taken like the actions, the lack of actions, the mannerism. Like, you should have been taking all of that stuff into account just as much as the arguments. It shouldn't even been the arguments and whatever else behind the scenes that was the reason why you shouldn't be together with him. It should have been all the other stuff that we picked up on prior to this that was grounds enough, I feel like, for you guys to have not been together. But I know. Anyway, so that's that whole scene between them, y'all. Then we have this scene between Stanberry and Yasmin because another part of her main part of her storyline this season was, you know, this baby, this kids talk, this whole her family dynamic talk was what we were talking about this season. So she took Yasmin out to have like a mommy daughter horseback riding day or whatever because Caroline's been riding, you know, whatever her whole life or whatever. Her kids, she used to have them in lessons. So she's like, what better way, I guess, for us to have a mommy daughter day, but to have not riding lessons, but just to ride and stuff like that. But at the same time, then she goes on to be like, well, I don't know what a teenager's like. I wasn't a teen when I was a teenager, I was gone or whatever. So it was just like, are you scared? So, okay, it's one thing that you were gone from the house at that age, but you're going to sit here and say, you don't know what your teenager likes or whatever. Like, that means you just don't know your fucking kids because she's 17 or whatever. You've had 17 years to get to know your child. It's one thing not knowing teenagers, but you should know your
teenager.
Like, what does that even mean? Like, she says stuff like that make me be like, you look crazy.
I'll take ask your kid what she wants to do for 200, Alex. I'll take maybe it could be a collaboration between the both of you guys and you don't have to go pick it out yourself for 500, Alex.
And it's like, on the other hand, I can't say, like, obviously, yes, we see she's taking her kids on vacations and stuff like that. I bet you they've never longed to go on a vacation ever. Like, you got that on lock. But
yeah,
these things that don't cost money, these things that are like should be so apparent. I think you would think by 17 years in your child's life, you would think that you would know something. Like, does she like
do a TikTok with her or go
I don't know.
Like, literally do something that you wouldn't do that out of your comfort zone. That's why you would act
throwing. I don't know. Like,
go ask a kid what would she do, or babe, I want to do something that we wouldn't normally do, but I need it to come from you. You got to come up with it, and I'm just down to do whatever it is.
And maybe Like, and it should probably not even involve a lot of money because it seems like you have no issue throwing the money at them and stuff like that. And they don't seem like they long for anything material wise, but given those experiences that they can look back on and be like, wow, like that actually brought me closer to my mom. Like,
I was even thinking of a photo shoot, like going somewhere and do, you know, the different backgrounds where they do like where you do the photo shoots where they have different backgrounds where you can go into the places and or make up your own. However, but you know, that kind of stuff, because those are memories. They look so much alike. This is just them two together. But yeah, she just made it such a uncomfortable. I don't like when I hear parents say what you just like.
I was cool with it until she said that, and it was like,
yeah. What does that got to do with it?
I don't know who the fuck my daughter is. That's what I heard from it. Like, just weird. Anyway,
but you know, Sergio, young, never mind.
First of all, he was probably home. Like,
that's what she should have went to. She should have went to Sergio. He knew
the thing is, and again, see, this is why I'm also a person that doesn't ever let up off of him. And it's like, in these moments, I actually do need to let up off him because he probably would have planned something like to the T.
To the T.
So good at planning and so good at like thinking about stuff or whatever. And I will give him that much. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad, like horrible, like just like closed-minded person, more than I just think he wants to just be accepted into the family. And
honey, he's okay. Honey, he's okay, honey. Okay, honey.
So like okay. A little bit. He's whatever. Anyway. But as they continue to talk and stuff, Stanberry's like, you know, been thinking about the baby thing again, and I just don't think I want one right now. And Yasmin's like, good. I think you're, you know, being more rational and mature now, you know. And she's like, or Stanberry's like, still kind of also doing that Sarah thing where she's still just as, she's not confused, but she's still like she's talking about right now, like, no, just say you don't want one through and through. And I feel like Yasmin really set her straight during this conversation, because she went on to say, like, if you're unsure, like by any means, if you are unsure and you're just doing something to make somebody else happy, like that's completely unfair to the child. Like, that's not what you should be doing. And it's like, on one hand, Caroline knows that her daughter is right in what she's saying. She just doesn't want to hear it, because then she moves on to say, like, yeah, she don't want to be the reason that he doesn't have a baby, or she doesn't feel like he would even be moving this fast with things if he wasn't with a 47-year-old, and the doctor and everything, or what's probably making it more adding additional pressure onto him. And you know, she should just probably start looking for a surrogate.
What is that? What you got out of what your daughter just said to you? Yikes! That fell on deaf ears, didn't it? That fell on the deafest ear I ever heard. Because what did you? Everything you just said had nothing to do with what she just said.
I was just so
flabbergasted. Lost. Were you flabbergasted?
My flabbers were gasted. They were. Because I just couldn't understand why she is still like, I don't know. I don't know.
She really does want to have a baby for Sergio. I keep trying to tell y'all. She just don't want to raise it and love it and hug it and pet it, and she don't want to do all of that. She just want to have a baby to shut him up, give it to him, let him raise it, let him be Daddy Warbucks, and she just be like, yes. And now that she found out, which we find out in Dubai, now we can, or they can have a surrogate. Oh, just done Dilioski. Ain't about to. You think she about to mess up that body she got now? Nah.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah. And I agree.
I'm gonna bring that up later, but yes, they do. They are now allowed to have surrogates in the country. So, unfortunately, this is not the last that we'll be hearing about this baby. I don't think it is.
No, and in fact, that I don't know. It sounds so weird to hear them. Like she said, I have my beautiful baby boy on ice, and I'm like, that sounds so bad. It's like y'all say that like that's cool. It's not the coolest thing to hear. It's not. I
She
don't. I
doesn't
don't.
make decisions from like the heart or like from feeling or the heart. Like she doesn't. She's very just just a shell of a person. Anyway, Ayan. Ayan, she also was on FaceTime with her sister because another major part of her storyline this season was the launch of Ayan Beauty and all of that. And so she's on FaceTime with her sister, telling her about her meeting with Huda and how that went. And her sister, of course, is so proud of her. And she's, of course, saying all these nice things to her, which, of course, makes Ayan emotional. And they share, a sweet moment over that, which I thought was so just, I like seeing her interact with her family and stuff. I want to see more of them. But the conversation turns to friendships and how Lisa and her are going through like some issues right now because during the staycation, the other ladies, they told her, and when she went to Lisa with that information, instead of being receptive or anything like that, Lisa was like, "Don't bring that up." And she was like, "What do you mean? Don't bring, huh?" Like, she was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, don't bring that up because it's going to make me look like a bad friend to you." Which, of course,
made gonna make it look like that, or is that what you? Never mind. Go ahead.
Just shut her down with it. And then we get all these flashbacks, y'all. We get all these flashbacks of Lisa looking like a bad friend. And it's two things can be true at the same time. But what was presented to us made us think either A, yeah, Lisa, you was a bad friend, or B, give you benefit of the doubt, you just got a really bad edit. I'm going with the first one.
You would have to give out a lot of content to give bad edits the whole time. And even still, what we tell people since the beginning of time, they can only put out what you give them. They don't come bring no AI and start something. They can only get what you gave them. Now you can get a bad edit. We're not saying that, but we know for a fact you would have to give them nothing but bad edits to get a bad edit. Yes, he is very much so. He is very much so.
Facts. Yeah,
and I'm glad he's not around her son no more, because
clearly he didn't
imagine if he would have been raising that son of hers.
He shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. His mind shouldn't even be on things that'll cause an argument. Like, he shouldn't even be trying to argue, because he should be so like, oh my gosh, like my little buddy is over there going through it.
That is true too. He didn't even. Did we even? They didn't even give us an edit of him even saying anything about it. We didn't get nothing about him.
Okay,
we don't. Okay, nothing.
We don't got to talk or whatever. We don't got to talk about us or whatever. Just was calling to see how he was doing today, how you guys are doing today. That's it. Hey, hope everything is well. Just making sure you guys are cool. That's it. Just even from like a friend, just a genuine, considerate standpoint. Because there's people. I mean, obviously. Not now, because no, I'm not texting people from my past or nothing like that. But just because you end with someone in like a romantic sense or whatever, oftentimes it doesn't mean like you like have to hate their guts or wish them like poorly or anything like that. Because I'm just saying that to say, like, if he was being genuine to this child, I've seen a lot of people come into situations with people that have kids, and they still have a connection with the kids sometimes. Or, it sucks even more because it's like, dang, like me and your mom didn't work out, or me and your dad didn't work out, but I do actually still care about your child or whatever. My mom or my dad and my stepmom haven't been together since 2013. But when I go home, where do I usually stay when I go home? At my stepmom's house. Like,
wow.
It doesn't mean that the additional relationships all dissolves every time or whatever. So I'm just saying that it just appears to me that he never really cared too much about the boy in the first place. Because what they went through, that's not
disposable. Too disposable.
That's not a regular, like, oh yeah, someone tried to, even just a regular break-in or something like that. That was beyond, like, that. Those people were plotting on Sarah and her son in a way that could have really resulted in them having some serious bodily harm or being hidden. Who knows what could have happened? But the optics of what they were going through, Sarah and her son, it looked crazy to the point that I just would think that somebody who cared about one or both people in that situation would just be more inclined to be there in support rather than trying to argue or what. But
add to the stress because that's what he was doing. He's literally adding.
Why is your mom in that place? Like, weird. Anyway, moving on. So, I don't even remember because I brought up that comment. I was like, I don't even think we were there at that point in the conversation. Anyway, moving on, y'all. Or Ayan, her sister, the final thing her sister said was basically like, talk to her, try to work it out or whatever. But at the same time, well, first of all, she's like, why did God even invent jealousy, first of all? But then she goes on to say, have a conversation, tell her how she feels, and if you feel like it's not reciprocated, then take a step back. And I'm like, that's fair. Can't be mad at that. Okay, we're gonna push through. We're gonna see where it goes from here. So now day of the party, y'all. Day of the party. They've acquired this very nice space, which I don't understand. Y'all don't understand how annoyed I am.
Excuse me, y'all.
Y'all don't understand how annoyed I am that these pictures won't upload, because this house was, it literally was so nice. So
I didn't realize it was a house, my love. That's how cold the house was. That I didn't realize until I said the Bugatti's in the living room. I said,
in the living room.
In the living room. There's a car, not one but two cars in the living room.
That's really, it's not even just the cars, y'all, as much as it's, and if you watch season 1, you'll know why I'm saying this. The license plate on said cars.
Come on now.
On season 1, we learned that a major status symbol for them is their license plates, because the lower the number is, that means you're that person.
You're the man, the guy, the woman, the person.
Yes. I mean, I won't say the other word I want to say, but yes, that's who you are. So I don't know if you saw, I'm assuming you saw.
I did.
I saw number 1. Like the person who had number 1 in that's their house. So I'm just saying, taking all those things into account, they definitely, I mean, they're those girls over there is what it's giving me, or they're able to like get into these like very opulent places and stuff. And I feel like that was, you know, in terms of like making a bang on the Housewives and, you know, being the person that really has the most pull and is like that. I feel like that was like,
let's be clear, sis. Let's be clear. Let's put it in perspective. When Rafi says, look,
Stanberry, she'd been there before, so I feel like I don't know.
Rafi says
he was like,
the license plates alone, y'all, on the cars that are sitting in this house, are $100,000 just for your license plate registration.
No, he said collectively they're all like $100 million.
$100 million. Excuse me, I thought that's what he said.
I was about to. Oh, let me go.
$100 million in license plates. That is what? Because even out here in California, if you have a black license plate, you paying $100 more for that black license plate. The black license plate with the yellow writing, people are paying $100 more on their registration every year to have that black license plate, because otherwise you'll have a white one. We used to have blue ones.
Which on top of the if y'all don't live in California, you don't know, like the registration here is already a lot. So who is trying to pay more? Which just, again, this just goes to show, like, if you hit that, you pay more because you got more. Be my guest. Be my guest. I will stay here with. I mean, my car is not registered here, but still, I will stay in my regular license plated lane. That is totally okay with me, y'all. But yes, they are in somebody's house, and I'm still upset that the pictures didn't upload because I feel like everybody looks so nice. Nina looked. I went on her Instagram actually after the episode aired because I was like, oh my god, and obviously maybe because it was like pinkish. I of course love everything pink, but she looked so cute to me. All the ladies looked nice.
Talene didn't. Talene did not. I did not like Talene's outfit. That big old headband was ugly. The dress, I'm tired of her wearing black and white. I think she looked the best in her confessional.
Talene?
Not Talene, I'm sorry. Sarah. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Oh,
that whatever she had on in that white fur.
She tried
it was given 70s, but she always got herself like choked up, covered up head to toe. Then she put that big ass headband that took all of that.
Oh wait, everybody's like in a crown battle right now. Like everybody showed up with crowns on or whatever.
Even the shoes she had on with it, the whole outfit from head to toe was like,
no, I didn't really like Sarah's outfit. I didn't really care.
That's the only one that didn't look good to me
either. But for the most part, everybody else, I was like, okay, I could see what we're working with. I mean, Talene, she looked. I mean, I liked her look, but it wasn't like that great, like over the top. Anyway, exactly. It was like white. It was like I remember like it had a lot of like bead work and like crystals and stuff.
Because I'm thinking about the Queen's party. Because even I'm thinking about a Stansberry pink outfit. But anyway, I don't want to go that far. Yeah, I can't think of what Celine had on. I guess when you said white, I do remember kind of iridescent crystal. Was it off the shoulder? Didn't have no on top.
Who?
Celine.
Here, I mean.
Okay. Oh yeah, she was pretty. Yeah. She looked way better than Sarah did. Sarah looked the worst to me.
Again, y'all, I do apologize because I had I look like, as you can see, I have all the pictures on my phone. Here's, you can't like fully see her, but Sarah, it just
and those shoes, none of that looked good to me.
It was just really she just keeps
boring.
doing it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, Sarah? You got a body.
She tries to make herself look like, obviously, no, doesn't want to be revealing and stuff. I get that. You don't have to be. You can still be modestly dressed nice. She's still picking the modest, not nice pieces that I just can't. I can't get with it. And look, wasn't she on there? No, she wasn't on there. What am I talking about? It was.
She's gonna be announced tonight. No, this point.
It looked like an additional, like when people have like 25 different wardrobe changes at their wedding or whatever. It just looked like a reception dress. Like it didn't really, or an engagement party dress. Like
that's why she was on Nina so tough. Oh my God, Nina! Oh my God, you look gorgeous. I was like, yeah, compared to your ass.
Nina. I like Nina. I hope she really reconsiders, if hopefully, of course there is then I hope, again, I had heard she filmed quite a bit, but obviously it's up to production what they show and all of that. This was Nina, y'all. She looked so nice. Oh my God. Because I mean, Nina got money for real.
A lot of
money. She looks so nice to me.
Yeah.
I love the hair. The
everything.
Yeah, I'll take one of everything.
The ruche on the side. Go on, Ruche. Go on, girl.
It's just so cute. I just loved it. Yeah,
she looked pretty classy.
Yeah, she did.
That Brooks that told her that she was given what's my girl's name? JFK's wife.
Yes, Jackie O.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see
Mhm.
this.
Mhm. Mhm.
I like Brooke's look too, even though at first I was like, I didn't like it, but in the end, I did wind up. I don't that top thing or whatever.
Oh no, I like her dress.
I hated it at
Everybody,
first, and then I
when she
loved
first got it came out, I agree. I was like, wait, what's going on? But then I like the way back how it went into a V in the back, so it dropped a little bit. Yeah, very classy. She looks really pretty right there. She looks really, really pretty.
Let me save this so I can.
And I like the way she popped that red with the shoe and
Yeah,
the purse. That was
I'm here
pretty.
for it. I'm here for it. She doesn't have a crown on right here, but in the episode, she definitely had a crown on. Sarah is the wish version of Erica, but oh my God, Kevin! Oh my God, Talene looked like oh, Idris. Oh, it's on the upcoming season of what? Dancing with the Stars. She's
They just announced it, so yeah. Oh wow, maybe she gonna lose that booty. She might lose that booty if she stay on there long enough. Not that I want her to, because I like her, but I don't mean it like that. But you know, everybody gets so fit and small and tiny when they on the show.
I mean, she might. I mean, y'all know if you've heard me say on here before, I was here for her on Traders and stuff. I like seeing Phaedra in other spaces, not Bravos or not Housewives and Married to Medicine spaces. Any other space I'm cool with. Anyway,
right.
And that's how you know I'm not a hater. Anyway,
Lisa Milan liked it. I saw her at the bottom. She liked it. Brooks Pitcher.
she sure did.
Mm-hmm.
She sure did. I liked Lisa's look too. I'm not always like a super fan of her wig choices. But I did like her look. Oh, well, that wasn't the they're the Bantu knots. I don't know what the rest of this is.
I like her look. I like them feathers. I like that it was only on that whatever with the thing that she was wearing around her arms. On the dress. It wasn't on the.
It would have been overpowering, which I want to say at this point, someone had made mention of the dress. Not the dress, but someone had made mention of feathers. Somebody said something about feathers. I don't remember who it was.
Ayan said something about the feathers.
I was like, here we go again. Now we're
like, why are you saying anything?
There was commentary playing into the whole jealousy, playing into the whole like cattiness thing that kept like being. That's what I was getting at before when I said there's certain little things in this episode that were said that I know mean girls say for a fact. Also,
not the White Howard. I cannot.
Me. Okay. I mean, I might have to tune in. Kevin. You might have just won me over. I might have to tune in.
I love to see the athletes because they be so tall and the way they have to dance and keep their body so structured and straight. It's like, dang, how do y'all do that with y'all big selves? That's gonna be a good season. I mean, it's also a good season. They always find the right people to be on.
Facts. So yeah, everybody's filing in, y'all, with their looks or whatnot, and we have Ayan and Stanberry right front row when they walk in. They got these throne chairs or whatever, and it's giving very much, yep, kiss the hand when you come in. Yes, thanks. We're two queens, period.
They would have been better off saying kiss the pinky ring. They should have had a ring on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might have happened.
And for the most part, like everybody kind of plays into it.
Yeah, I would have played into it.
Of course, like, oh, and that was another thing too. Sorry to go back, y'all, when we're trying to go forward, but I wanted to bring this up because there was a couple times during this season we had Sarah saying little things. You know what it is with her? She goes out of her way to create a separation between her and like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Beyonce thing?
Mm-hmm.
She said something else this season that was very much like
her and Saba both. They both was like that.
Yeah, she said something else too, and it was like, why are you like making it seem like it's not her thing or like whatever. She kind of, even though maybe I wouldn't feel this way if the other things didn't happen, but because the other things happened, it made me think that this was also a show of that. This episode when she was like, yeah, Yeah, I'll be in Maldives for 3 days, and then I'm coming back to Dubai because I like being here in the heat or whatever she said. That was just
What she said?
like, why did you? Maybe I'm putting 20 on 10 with that one, but I just feel like she goes out of her way to create like, if everybody's doing this, I need to let it be known I'm doing this,
Right.
And
yeah, she does.
it's just like, why? Who cares? Like, no one's paying attention that much.
Well,
You're different. You don't need to keep announcing to people that you're different.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's just a show that I'm not gonna spend all my money doing all of this and going to all these different places. I'm gonna go spend 3 days here, and then I'm gonna come back home because I'm not gonna spend all my money. You guys spend your money on frivolous, like Beyonce, going to go see Beyonce, and oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm no. Olympic athlete as well. The one with the beads, the one that wore the little thingamajiggas in his hair.
Is that the wait, did they just announced who's going to be on it? They didn't start filming.
No, it was filmed yet. It just started. I mean, they just announced it. I know the Bachelorette ended last night. Don't tell me who won, y'all. If y'all watched it,
it's not a pre-recorded thing. It's like a weekly live.
I'm about to do it. Yeah, no, that started though. They just announced who was going to be on it though.
Yeah, I'll have to see what day it airs. I might have to. I'm not reviewing it. We're not reviewing it. Sorry, not
probably this Monday. Probably this Monday coming up.
Maybe I'll take a gander at it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's just very like, why are you going out of? She goes out of her way to say certain things, not even just to give off the whole "I'm above it all" as much as it's like her slip shows. That's what I'll say. Her slip shows something. But going back to the party, y'all, everybody has filed in, and they're of course giving their nice, nasty commentary, both in the lady's face as well as in the confessional. But the main person who let it be known that they were not here for the antics was Lisa. Lisa came in and she was very much like, I am not kissing nothing. I'm not doing that. Like, this is a joke. Are y'all serious? It's giving thirsty. It's giving like y'all are like trying way too hard.
Hard for what?
Ooh,
hard for what? What are you trying hard on, Lisa?
That's why I was just like,
how hard for it.
Knowing that Ion, like, did you really just think that you were gonna walk into like a staunch, formal, very much? Did you think you were going into a military ball? Like, I don't know. Which even you still wouldn't even get that with a military ball, but y'all know what I'm trying to get at. Like, what did you expect? You should know what type of situation you're walking into when it has when the co-host, his name is Chanel Ion. So it's just like it's just giving like you didn't really ever fully accept her then, because it's not like she's doing anything new, y'all. She didn't show up this season, and I mean, yeah, maybe she laid it on a little bit thicker at certain times versus other times, but for the most part, she's been a character since we've been introduced to her, which only lets us know that she's been a character since she's new. So what are you mad at? Is it just because she's sitting next to this lady right here?
And I don't think it would have been a problem if she would have kissed Ion's hand. That's my best friend. I would have kissed my best friend's hand.
That way, if Stanberry wasn't sitting there, if it was just Ion's party,
right. Right.
I'm asking you.
No, she would have. Yeah. It's the fact that she, like Stanberry said, you just mad that I'm sitting next to your best friend and we're together throwing a party. It didn't matter how it would have been thrown. She walked in with that attitude. She's walking in irritated. Period.
It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But side note, y'all, who walked in with some like?
Oh God!
I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna start.
Baby boy. He walked in with a baby boy.
Yes, we'll just call him baby boy. We will not put an age on it because I'm not anybody's label of being a predator out here. But no, he just looked very, very just young and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and just completely out of his element, kind of. Yes. Brooks decided to walk in with who did Stanberry call him? Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser.
Which, if y'all don't know, I can pull up who that is.
That was a good analogy.
Brooks, who is this? Y'all probably can't see, but who is this, Brooks? We need to know. Who is that?
He's so bright, we couldn't even see his face.
Max. Apparently, they met online or some ish. This was his first time meeting in person, but they're just friends, nothing more, nothing less. He has seen every room in her house, and I mean, she's down to be a sugar mama though. At the same time,
why? But never mind.
But it's just hilarious, y'all, because this is yet again another example of Brooks just collecting people to bring around. Like, you had to get somebody
Renovate
country to come in and be your plus one. Like, damn, if you're doing that, then I feel more sorry than I did before I started this video.
You know why? Because remember when Talene came in with Cutie Pie, who we thought was Cutie Pie at the time again. So she thought, I'm gonna come in with somebody young and spry too.
Kevin is giving Lisa good business in these comments, and I'm not mad at it.
Start put a salty plum for real.
I am not mad at it.
My sister used to love salty plums. I've never ate one. Too salty for me.
But he ain't lying. Even if it wasn't this is still how it's being presented, y'all. To us, it's definitely reeking of several people in the group at this point are reeking of Mean Girl. So that's just where we're kind of taking it. So nonetheless, when Lisa Roxanne, she was talked about that $100 million in license plates. So let's talk a minute about Stanberry Lisa goes on to talk about how she's trying to get her riled up because things just have been progressing so fast between Ayan and Stanberry, and it's making her question if Ayan had ever been fully truthful this entire time. Y'all, at the same time, multiple things can be true at the same time. This is not the first time I've heard somebody speak kind of to that tune of you were apparently saying a whole bunch of stuff, like basically saying that Ayan was telling two different stories or was secretly friends with somebody behind the scenes, even though she said it isn't the first time that what Lisa said in this moment has been said before. It has been said before. So Ayan, you're gonna have to answer that hopefully at the reunion. You'll let us know or someone will have asked you if you've been playing all the sides fairly, because that I can also see that being true, because Lisa would then be justified in how she's acting right now, in my opinion. She's acting very much like a person that has been told behind the scenes, like, yeah, I really don't fool that person. I'm just playing nice in front of the camera. I'm just like, I can also see that being true.
On Ayan's end?
Biased. I'm saying, like, I see things from Lisa's perspective a little bit, but I see things from Ayan's perspective, like I see Ayan's side like 60, 70%, and I see like Lisa's side like 30, 40.
I see Lisa's side not really. Because Lisa, to me, I feel like she's pondering a lot of this stuff up in her head. And I feel like Ayan, we are starting to see it. That's why production is doing what they're doing. I don't think they're picking on Lisa. I think they went back and showed us the things that Lisa was literally doing to Ayan that we weren't picking up on because we just thought Ayan and Lisa were cool like that. So they're been best friends, and so they are the same. I don't see. I really
see both things though. I can see.
I mean, I can see both things. I can, but I still don't think. I feel like Lisa's the. If anybody's playing into the cameras, it's Lisa. For me,
and nonetheless, yeah, because in the same breath, we can also say that it was giving very much like maybe she didn't really think that no, like you said before, they're not AIing this whole thing. Lisa, you were definitely showing up in these scenes how you were showing up in these scenes, but I still also can see where it's like at the time
Ayan would be playing up into the cameras. That's what you're saying?
Not playing for the cameras, but maybe she was playing again. How you said in did you say this or did she say this? That sometimes we in the moment we might not pick up on everything that's occurring when we're on one side of the fence with things. When we're sitting with over here, yeah, I might only see things from their perspective. But the minute it's either done to me or done to somebody else, and I'm trying to start anew, like Ayan's been letting us know, she's trying to turn a new leaf. She wants to be on good terms with everybody in the group now, like whatever. So maybe, yeah, now Lisa's just been showing up in the same way she has been this whole time, but it's only landing differently to you now because you're not trying to go down a ship as well. All of a sudden, so that's what I'm saying. Like, more of like,
maybe that makes sense what you're saying now.
And then to add to that, like maybe whilst you were on that side of the fence over here with Lisa, some of the things that she would say, and some of the things that you would say and stuff like that, you probably would like play more into like, adding some more sauce on the stuff maybe sometimes. Or when she was saying crazy stuff about Stanberry, you were probably like, yeah, like saying stuff too, kind of, or whatever. Maybe not even like from your mouth. I think just trying to show up and make it be known that you were her friend. I don't know. Multiple things can be true.
No, but I get it. When you explain it that way, I get what you're saying.
We won't know until we get this reunion, y'all. Hopefully. Lisa is sorry, Dubai's Regina George. That's kind of what it's giving. And yeah, that's definitely what it's giving. And Ayan is definitely giving like Catty Heron. But you see, Kevin, that in that movie, there was still certain things that Katie was doing that at the time seemed like okay when it was, fun and all, and you're in the moment. But then when it starts either happening to you or you start to kind of mature or whatever about it, you start to look at certain things differently sometimes. So I don't know. We'll see. Nonetheless, y'all, after they greet all the ladies, and Lisa said what she said. I feel like things started to get even more like odd, in my opinion. And we got Ayan approach Lisa, which I want to say her and Stanberry actually had the conversation before they got up from those chairs and joined everybody, where it was kind of like, yeah, wasn't surprised. They weren't surprised that Lisa wasn't going to do that. Right. Stanberry was really not surprised because she's like, she's not going to do things. She can't hide her jealousy in the moment. That's what Stanberry said. And then from there, that's when I started to pick up on those little mean girl microaggressions, where then we see Lisa talking about some like, oh, like where's the food at or whatever. Like, so are you trying to put your friend on blast for not having food at their party?
She was.
And it's like, on one hand, it's like we see the flashbacks and it's like, yeah, are you trying to slight Ayan too by doing that? Or is this fully just you saying this because you don't fully like Stanberry? Like, it's so hard to differentiate if she's just trying to hurt Stanberry or she's trying to hurt them both. It's hard.
I think she's trying to hurt them both. And she was being a smart ass. And you were the last one to come in. So you were the latest. So if I was Ayan, when she said it, I'd have been like, oh, we were waiting on the last guest, which was you. So they're just now getting the food ready.
Yeah, and I would have been like, yeah, best friend. I like to think my best friend would have been there. She would have been there before the party started. But anyway, we would have rode together. But just saying. Anyway, like what is? She would have been in my car. Like what? Anyway, and then we keep getting these moments from Lisa where then she's like, oh, I think it was after they played the little video or whatever, which a lot of the ladies were like saying, nice, nasty stuff too, or whatever. Lisa was so over it. Sarah said hold on.
Sarah said, oh, they look like they were doing a tampon commercial.
And I was like, oh, really, Sarah? You're saying something?
Like, whoa.
Coming from Sarah. Bet. Got it. Clocked it. Definitely clocked that.
Yep, I clocked that too.
Brooks was, popping her. It's at least with Brooks, that's the thing. At least with Brooks, it's like for the most part, when she says it's coming. But when the Sarahs and the Toeans and the top, when everybody else wants to act like one way in front of your face and then say all these other things, it's kind of like, we know Brooks is a hater, but you trying to portray yourself as not a hater, only for us to find out you are
the biggest one.
Crazy. So then Ayan goes over to Lisa, and Lisa's all like, I think Ayan might have asked her something prior to this, but I do remember Lisa saying like, enjoy, and then Ayan's like, girl, enjoy what? High school games. And Lisa's like, it's just, just enjoy. It's just the beginning. And she's like, beginning of, what are you talking about? She's like, it's the beginning of the ride. The ride you're about to go on. Just don't fall off because I'm a laugh.
Girl, stop talking in codes to me.
Talking in teenager girl codes.
Right. Who are you talking to?
Nobody. Like, very much like high school me, like this. Nobody who is grown is acting like this, because you know how many
nobody who ain't jealous ain't acting like that. That's what you be giving. You're giving jealous.
I've had friends that are my best friend in particular was still. I mean, that's a little different, I guess. But I've had friends that have been friends with other people that I'm not that fond of, but we just don't talk. Like, I just let them do them, and we don't talk about. They respect how I feel about it. I respect how they feel about it. We just don't, which means I'm not like saying little like underhanded
remarks. Yeah.
At the same time, if my friend had a event that they put on with this other person who I don't really like, but I've already let it be known that you're my friend, I'm going to show up for you no matter what. I'm still going to show up for that person. I'm still going to celebrate them. I'm just going to act like the other person doesn't really exist. I won't replace that with saying all these slick stuff, comments, trying to sabotage your stuff, or look like, I just wouldn't add an extra layer of meanness. You could just be known that you don't mess with somebody without the extra layer of meanness, because it's just like stupid, because you're still hurting your friend. Just
the best thing to do is go show up, be nice, be kind, and if you're not feeling the friend or is feeling a little weight, excuse yourself early and leave.
Exactly. Or not go. Then if that's, I mean,
you said that we're supporting a friend, so you'll support the friend. But you don't stay to the end, because they're gonna be with the friend that they're gonna end the night. So they're gonna end the night. I'm gonna go in my night.
Or I've seen people come. Excuse me. I've seen people come like beforehand sometimes and stay for the party or whatever. Again, I think that's just a different situation depending on the person. We all approach it differently. I'm just the type of person, I'm never gonna let anybody like stand in the way of me showing up for my friend, period. Like, I still would have came here, whatever. If anything, I would have walked in, greeted you, and just walked past her. Like, I just
right. I definitely would have, like I said, I would have kissed Ayan's here because that's my girl. But now I would have looked at Stanberry like, girl, I'm about to kiss your hand, girl. Going somewhere. Playing, being serious all at the same time. Girl, I'm not about to kiss your hand. I got one queen. This one right here. That's it.
It's still coming off as if you're being a hater to both, including your friend. So, getting down to the end of this episode, y'all. The ladies, they're all, talking amongst themselves and whatnot. And wait, did I miss?
What you miss?
Oh, I did miss. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know where it is, but I know for Nina, Sarah, Saba, and that other random chick that was just there the whole time. She was just there. They talked about old boy once again. They were like talking about the nanny, but just like, no, let's not talk about that here. Let's talk about better things for once. So they talked about him, which I'm like, that's still not good news, but okay. And she lets them know that even after he hung up on her face, she tells them what happened at first, and Nina's like, don't ever can talk to him again. Like, don't like don't waste another minute on him.
True.
You've went through enough with the nanny. Like, just
he's showing you who he is. So yeah, of course, with that, what you said, believe who's telling you who he is.
Yep. But instead, afterwards, they continued to argue via text, and she told him finally that it's over, and apparently that got miscommunicated because he still was apparently trying. And this is the point where I realized that Sarah's in this situation, and Sarah finds herself in these situations because Sarah allows herself to continue to be hurt with people, and she makes herself available to people that she shouldn't. Like, if somebody treated me like that, like they wouldn't have access to me anymore. She doesn't cut off the act, like she just allows them. Even in the beginning, when she's like, I wasn't going to like end things indefinitely or whatever. It's just like, girl, you should have though. Like, why are you still? She allows people to mistreat her. I don't understand that. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you should have told him to lose your number before he was able to hang up in your face.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, why was he not blocked? Why were his calls able to get through your phone?
No.
You're giving too many people the opportunity to mistreat you. This face is. But going back, y'all, to this final scene, Ayan walks over to Lisa and she's like, hey, can we talk or whatever? And it's Lisa, Rich, Sergio. Ayan. Lisa's like, talk about like what? Like why? And she's
just like that. Just like that.
Why?
Talk about what for what and why.
Talk or whatever Ayan said. And because she's like, girl, you know, like, you know, like, this is like, I feel like Lisa, like, people be lying on her face or whatever, but this was her playing in Ayan's face, because it's like, you know exactly why she wants to talk. You're trying to act like you're acting weird, and I'm calling you out on acting weird, and you're still trying to play in my face. Like, I hate when people do stuff like that. So Ayan's like, screw it, because Lisa's like, do you not want to go talk or whatever? And Lisa's like, she doesn't even like say no, she just kind of like looks like this, which I don't know if you guys can see. Like, she just like gives her this look, and I'm just like, and Ayan's like, whatever. And she goes, she walks away. Obviously, she's visibly upset. Talene, of all people, is like, what happened? Whatever. She's like, she don't talk to me, or she told me whatever. And meanwhile, Lisa's still over here, and Rich is like, you don't want to talk to your best friend? Like, and she's like, no. Like, okay, we'll talk about it later. And this is what we were talking about earlier between them three as they were standing there. But for whatever reason, Lisa decides to have like a change of heart.
I would love to know what changed their heart. What changed in that moment?
Because Ayan's like really trying to like brush it off at this point. We know Ayan's energy and spirit and stuff, so obviously we could tell that was still kind of bothering her, but she was trying to like kind of brush it off or whatever. But she still was obviously upset, kind of, or bothered by it, because she's like telling Chris, like, you know, what happened over here a little bit, and you know, like, you can still see her energy was off a bit, but she was trying. Lisa comes on outside and is like, what's up, or whatever, like acting like she didn't just like give her friend a cold shoulder and try to play her like that. And she's like, you know, I'm here now. I just asked you to give me a minute. No, you didn't. That didn't happen. Unless production, y'all are deceiving us. That did not happen. You looked at her as and I hate to quote someone like Giselle Bryant, but I will in this case. You looked at that lady cockeyed crazy when she was like, can we go talk about exactly what you know she wanted to talk about, which is how you're acting. Anyway, so instead, Ayan's like not really beat for it, but she lets loose. She's like, you know, the girls say I'm different when you're around, and the girls say I act differently when you're around versus when you're not around. And
wait, before you finish, she said, Lisa's like, is that what you want to talk to me about?
Yes. So Lisa's like, is that what you want to talk about? And she's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. She's like, I thought we agreed that we weren't going to talk about that. And Ayan's like, girl, I can talk about whatever I want, because these are my feelings. Like, what are you talking about? And Lisa's like, okay, you've already thrown me under the bus once in Bali, and now here you are trying to throw me under the bus again. Like, you want a tit? I'm a tat. I'm like, what show are we watching? So then, yeah, it gets started, and according to Ayan, or then this whole matter of bragging came up, y'all. It comes
Okay.
down to a matter of bragging. Um, Lisa says that she told Stanberry that Ayan said that she felt like Lisa was bragging, or felt like she was bragging or whatever.
Bragging about buying the house from Stanberry's mother.
But it was actually according to Ayan, Stanberry told her that she had lunch with Lisa, and Lisa told her she was going to buy her parents' house from, and then from there, Ayan called Lisa to ask her why she would want to buy Stanberry's parents' house, which was kind of weird. That part was a little weird for me. Like, why did you need to call to, because she wanted to, like, what's weird about that? And according to Lisa, Ayan told her that, yeah, Stanberry felt like she was bragging when she said that she was going to buy her family home. So Lisa called Stanberry to see, like, why are you saying that? And Stanberry apparently denied that she ever said that. She never said anything about bragging.
Does that make sense, though?
Never introduced.
Sis, does it make sense what she's saying? Lisa says to Stanberry, no. Yeah, Lisa says to Stanberry that she was bragging that she was buying the house. I don't understand how bragging came into the situation to even blow up. It doesn't make sense what they're saying.
Ayan made it, apparently it was like Ayan told Lisa, like, yeah, according to Stanberry, you were bragging about buying her parents' house. And Lisa's like, what the fuck? I mean, what are you talking about? Let me call Stanberry, because where did the wires get crossed? I never felt as though, or I was bragging when she brought, and she was like, how is that the case when she brought it up, when Stanberry brought it up?
Right. So that's what it doesn't even make
further that I was bragging. So now it's Ayan saying she never said that. Lisa swearing on her kids that Ayan did say that. And instead, so then Ayan feels slighted because she feels like she's being called a liar. And Lisa's
I think the word got misconstrued. I think the word is,
you never know. Ayan,
I think the word is begging, and I think that Ayan could have been being funny. They were, because Stansberry had just said that, my parents is trying to sell their house, their farmhouse, and she was like, oh, well, it's a little small for her, right? And so it could have been misconstrued in a way where she was like, oh yeah, they were begging me to get the house. Lisa said this.
And it's also, we need to take, there's another situation earlier on in the season where I thought we all were now on the same page of knowing, like, Ayan doesn't always, sometimes she doesn't have
the right lingo every time.
Verbiage when it comes to expressing herself or explaining situations sometimes. And even before, when I said beaches, bitches, whatever, she does. She successfully makes other words sound like other words. So now she's saying begging. Like, I could see her maybe.
I can see begging, and I wish she would have said to her when she I put that on my kids. So what did I say to you verbatim? What did I say to you where I said she was begging? I mean bragging. Tell me what I said. I'm you, you're me. Now tell me what I said, Ayan. Tell me what I said. That's how I'm saying. I'm calling her Ayan, but I'm saying verbatim. What did I say? Because then I'm gonna go back and be like, that's not what I said. I said da 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 da. Because me and my sister got into it not too long ago. Not got into it like we were mad at each other, but I told her she was going to what's the wing spot?
Who, Mal?
Wingstop. No, my sister Coco, the one that lives in Vegas, and I was telling her to go to Wingstop. She said I told her to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I said I am not about to tell you to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I said, one, I've only been there since I lived. I haven't been to that place since I lived in LA. That was in 2018. One, two, I don't even know where. I do know where there's a Buffalo Wild Wings out here, but it's down in Hesperia. It's way not near me. I just would not use those words. I would have said where the place was, which is Wingstop. And she said, no, you told me Buffalo Wild Wings. And so we were going back and forth. And I told her, said, I just wouldn't even use those words. I wouldn't use Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't use the word. But we both always said it.
introduced to it, and the more people that are like, it's literally telephone at that point. So it's like Stanberry, you probably heard that, like it could have been flipped so many
It could have
different
been so many,
one word.
so small. And like I said, me and my sister, because she like literally is like, no, you said that. And I'm like, literally, I would not say that. I'm not gonna say Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo is not. What are you thinking about Buffalo? Buffalo is like another word. She's like, yes, it did.
All types of interpersonal relationships, all types, y'all.
That's
so
crazy.
It can come down to just the switching and the chopping and screwedness of one word. So it's actually, I mean, that actually kind of did. I got a whole other angle to look at. Oh God.
Well, I didn't even mean it. It actually came up when I thought about it when I was saying it to you, because I have been thinking like, what else could she have said, and why she didn't tell her to tell me verbatim what I said? What did I say that?
Not just lie. I don't believe Lisa would just lie on her children or use their names in vain like that. No. And I also, what does Ayan have at stake here? I also don't see Ayan. Yeah, I don't see her
about Stansberry behind her back. Now that you're trying to,
well, it's more just like I don't see her just under. I don't see her freaking sabotaging her second best friend in life. Like I just like I don't. You can't, if she has gone through everything she's gone through in her life, only to get to this point and be X amount of years old. I say that because we
don't know.
She can't get to whatever age she is and be somebody who's gone through all these things and then still sabotage and sacrifice a close relationship like this. Just like I can't see that happening. I can't see someone just taking.
But I can't see. But we can see Lisa sabotaging their friendship. I can see that, and it's not even like, oh, kill, stab, not. It's not even that. It's on some. She just, the things that she say, the things that she do, even when she talked to Ayan.
Oh, I'm not ignoring. I can't ignore.
I look at Lisa totally different because, like, she's still my favorite. Like, aesthetically, I like to look at her. Like, she's so pretty. She dresses well. She's, she speaks well. I just like her. But the more that I just don't like that she's jealous of Ayan having friendships outside of herself.
And wow. The examples they gave us, y'all, but I have heard things offline and stuff like that too that have made me be like, and I know I even told you, and that was earlier on in the season where, for example, I heard when Ayan had won that award or whatever, the best award or whatever, and I had heard like allegedly that Lisa was like fuming, like actually like mad that she won the award over her.
Over their season or them.
I think it's a BravoCon thing. Or I think it was just across the board maybe, and I think she just won and whatever, or maybe it was just the cast. I don't know, but she won and Lisa didn't, and apparently Lisa was really like foaming mouth mad about it.
And we can see that
she would be like that if you didn't really mess with her for real. Because you can't be upset. You cannot be my best friend and are not happy about like.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna put it like this, Lisa.
And she showed up later.
That person. Lisa has sons. Thank God.
No, I mean the launch party. Remember, she was stuck in trap, or she was. Lisa, remember?
Yeah. You're right.
None of these things are making her look
right when she came out with the crown and the whoop bone, when she looked like Queen Nefertiti. Yes, you are absolutely correct. She walked out right, literally. Well, Brooks, both of them was like, one of them showed up right when she got there, and one showed up after.
And then you come into this party acting stank. Like what? Like
that's why I said she's not. I don't think she's a girly girl. She's not.
I don't like that.
I don't think she's a girly girl.
Don't know else about me. I know I've said it up here before. Like, if you are somebody who think you about to be around me and are not like a girl's girl or not supportive or none of those types of things, like get away from me, because that is like really scary. Because they were like really like close like that, and you're appearing to me as if you really are rocking with me, but behind my back, like you're.
That's what I'm talking about.
when celebratory moments come up in your life, y'all, you need to be very mindful of who's around, who's actually clapping for you, because a lot of times people be around in your sad times, or when there's funerals or things like that. But pay attention to like when you have graduations and when you have like the weddings and just like
yes,
baby showers, stuff like that. You need to be mindful of like who's around and who's like really celebrating you. Birthdays, like some people like really don't be here for you, and I really like, for some reason I'm hoping that that's not the case between them. But these edits and these things that we're hearing
sound like it's starting to sound like it's just like y'all. Just like y'all. That's why I said I don't know. I mean, Lisa gives off that she has a very big jealous bone in her body, and she's not too afraid to show you. And she even told Ayan that she was a little jealous of her and Sunbury, and there was really no reason to even say that. She has no reason, nothing concrete. Where I don't like her because she's gonna turn you against me, or she's gonna make you not like me. She don't have no concrete reason not to like her, or friends.
And there's nothing wrong with like, y'all, like obviously, yeah. If you have a best friend and then you see them starting to hang out with another person ever, and you're like, dang, like I don't want to be left out now or something like that. I feel like that's natural to like feel like, dang, like I still want to be a part of the group. Like I still want to be involved. Like I still want to, be the person like, you tell your secrets to or whatever. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to have a close relationship with a person or whatever. But once you introduce that jealousy thing in there, that's when it becomes like, it shouldn't be like, oh, like, yeah, like you can't be like, oh, I see you over there laughing with her. That's not cool. Like that's when it jumps over the line.
Single white female crap.
That's like me being like, yeah, so I heard you called Nola and told her, you guys were laughing on the phone for an hour, and that would literally be the same. That's a perfect example. I'm so glad I said that. Like, we've hung out.
Okay.
Before, she's been there, and she's not like, we've hung out. Y'all hung out. Like, it's not, when you're really friends with people, there's not going to be like these little things that come up and cause wedges between y'all.
Yeah. Oh, y'all been hanging out, huh? Oh, okay. So it's just you and Nola.
And it's not even like, I get it, Sunbury and Lisa aren't best friends or whatever, but at the end of the day, you guys are all on the same cast of one show, so like they're going to have some type of like,
we're gonna see each other. We're gonna see each other. Right.
That's just weird to me, man. And Ayan is at the point, and she lets it be known in this bring it on home, y'all. She lets it be known that like at one point in the conversation, she's like, look, like lying, like I can't be friends with anybody because I'm always afraid of what you may feel about everything. And I was like, yeah, that's not healthy. And that's why I say I could see her this whole time being like on some like, yeah, that's how I like Lisa saying, like Lisa was talking for the both of them, and Ayan was like, yeah, like with the get down, until she really stopped probably and was like, this ain't right. Like this is kind of mean. This is not cool, whatever.
Right.
But again, y'all, I'm still ending this episode in the pool of multiple things can be true at the same time. I'm still not ultimately believing one person over the other person. It's just they both have a lot of stuff on their lists right now.
I got you.
And I think, Lisa, why would you do that to your best friend? Call her a liar in front of every. That
was Sarah.
That was what. Yes, Lisa.
That was Sarah in it.
And I was like, Sarah, okay, bet. But
Sarah said that. But Sarah said that about when the first time when
Lisa's she's
been when she does she's this is not the first time
she's talking. Or that's why Saba said what she said in the beginning, because they be talking about Lisa. Yes. I hope you know that, Lisa, since you're going so hard wanting Saba to be back on the show or whatever. I hope you know that it sounds like Sarah was filling her head up with stuff, because how Saba's only been, again, the show is edited, it's condensed. I got that, but why would, I don't know, it just seems like Sarah was filling Saba's head up with stuff, because you shouldn't even be confident.
You shouldn't have that much.
Saying like, oh yeah, she isn't. You can't tell her anything, or like, how do you know? You just got here. Wait, what?
Yeah, he was just here 2 days ago. That's it.
Literally. And the last thing I really want to touch on, y'all, is something that Stanberry said. Or because Stanberry had walked over and she's like, really, over one word? Like, what? And oh no, Ion said, because Sarah was like what? Or Sarah was like, yeah, like over one word, like what is, seriously? And Stanberry's like, or Ion's like, this one, she points to Stanberry, and me getting along with everybody is the issue. That's what Ion said. And Stanberry was like, well, that was always going to come through. Like, Stanberry said that as if she's always known, like, this was going to always be an issue. And I'm like, I'm glad you knew that, because
it was
why I feel like she's probably not so slighted in this, because the other point that we're missing is like, or that we haven't talked about, is like, Lisa, you just said 2 episodes ago that you are starting anew, and it's like every single time they started anew or whatever, these types of things happen. And I feel like that's probably why Stanberry doesn't overreact in these situations or feel like super blindsided, because she's probably, yeah, she always knew this was probably going to happen. And I honestly can't blame her for feeling that way. Like, I don't think that they were ever going to live in harmony. Everybody was just going to be able to be friends. I don't. No. I think this is what like the bottom line, I think, for Ion was, or the final like nail in the coffin for her, was when she said, what she did to me in front of my son Taj, or what she did to me in front of Taj. Ion, that was a whole extra added layer, that her kid was there, and you're like, first of all, he probably looks at you as an aunt, and he sees us in that discourse, or he sees me, like, I can understand how that could probably make her feel like really wild to like have this happen in front of her child.
Yeah, because if it happened in front of her 3 young children, she wouldn't be happy about it. So yeah, my son is almost an adult. He's a senior in high school. And yeah, you shouldn't have did that. Not only that, my husband is here. Not only that, there's a gang of people here. Not only that, I'm the host of the party. Not only that, you should
might not want me to come back. Like, exactly. Like, I don't.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You pull me to the side.
Friend.
Yeah, you could have pulled me to the side. We could talk tomorrow.
I would have been like, you know what? We're not in a good place. Like, this is not going to end well, because you know me, and bitch, I know you. I'm gonna just head on out, and here's my gift. Bye. See you in 2 months.
But Lisa already looked like a fool when she walked over there acting like she didn't just tell that girl that she didn't want to talk to her in a stank way. And she walked over there as if, no, I just told you I just wanted I would talk to you, but in a little while. No, that's not what you told her. Nothing like that.
Remember after the video, she was like, oh, can I get that 5 minutes? I'm never gonna get that 5
minutes. Oh, I'm never gonna get that 5 minutes back. Girl, shut up.
And it's giving like, okay, one, you don't want to talk about, you don't want to deal with Caroline. Okay, fine. But again, you're slighting Caroline, but that's also slighting your friend in the at the same time.
You was slighting your friend on that one. Both of them. You was trying to say, like, y'all all that was whack. Okay, it was okay, great. It wasn't supposed to be an Oscar-winning performance, even though Ayan thought so.
Yes, she did.
She's so funny. That's the type of stuff Ayan does. It's an Oscar-winning performance. I loved it. Like, Ayan, shut up.
That was funny. That was funny. I didn't like those little things. I'll share with you all what we always end on or in the seasons on,
what's going on the socials,
stuff like that. Well, no, I meant the words, they do the
oh yeah, the ending.
Up on my email. I got it on my email. We can just look it on here. Oh no.
Not your shit.
Oh God. You guys are not supposed to see that. Oh God. Where is it? 1 second, y'all. Like the video, please and thank you.
Like it up. Oh
my goodness. I'm gonna have to like reset my computer or
Hey,
something.
princess. Hey, y'all checking just left work, hustling to school. Yep, that girl is a hustler. Hustling to school, hustling from work. Gotta do what you gotta do, girl. Thanks for checking in, though. We appreciate you.
Hey, princess. Stanberry and Ion are now closer than ever. Sergio wants a baby now more than ever. Surrogacy is now legal in Dubai. Never say never. We told you guys about that. What else?
I like that outfit. That outfit was cute. That's something I would
Yeah,
wear.
we didn't talk about it. It was like pants, but I liked it.
I liked it with a little bow. She looked cute.
Her hair was interesting, but
oh yeah, because like that pony, that thing, and then it had that long ponytail. I was like, oh okay, you had a okay.
Yeah,
I just thought about that too.
Yeah,
Caroline has ended her spiritual healing journey. She ended that when she started it. Let's be clear. Her truce with Talene has also ended. She is currently expanding the glass house to a new location. Wait, she is currently expanding the glass house to a new location. Does that mean she's old? That a new location? That means
it's a new location.
She outgrew that the first one. Okay,
no,
where
new locations, as in she's like franchise.
She's doing another one, right? Okay,
yeah, that'll still be the flagship, I'm sure.
Okay, she is currently expanding the glass house to a new location where Lisa is more than welcome to host her next event.
Child. Moving on.
You do it. You do it, and I'll do it.
Talene is not giving up on her matchmaking efforts. She recently co-founded a dating app. Rafi still has baby boy fever. Talene, not so much. She'll be pregnant by the time she comes back next season.
For sure. I agree with that. And now I see the whole the glittery, the silvery thing.
It was... Yeah.
She look like she going to, I don't know. She gives me like churchy vibes, and then it's gonna be almost like a nun, almost like, but not. I don't know. I like Sarah because, like I said, she got a cute body. She got a gang of tattoos, which make her look like she cool. But when she dresses like this, I'd be like, oh, you confuse me. I'm confused.
Like a shadow or like a, I don't know, it's like she fell into like you know when you go to like a fabric or like a curtain store or something, it just looks like she just falls into all the curtains and just jumps up.
You just be like, yep, this is feminine enough.
It's like everything is like pulling her like down or something. Like
it's drab. It's so like, dark.
Yeah.
It's drab and dark, and it reminds me of like when Janet Jackson used to always wear black for a long time. I think she back to that too. I can understand when people wear black because you thick, but it's, and when people say, "Oh, my favorite color is black," shut up.
Yeah,
it's so black. It's just so black. You got to mix it up with something to make it pop. Something. Anyway, Sarah's maid is out of her and Maktoum's lives forever. We hope. They put her away for life. That's the only way that's gonna happen. Akin is still trying to make his way back into what? Boy, bye. And then they rekindled briefly before Akin jealousy reared his head again. Of course it did. You can't just be a jealous person just one day out the week. You're jealous all the time. You're either jealous or you're not. There's no in between. No gray area. I'm a little jealous. No, you're jealous. Oh, I'm not jealous. Okay, you're not. But there is no. Well, yeah, I get sometimes. No, you're jealous. There's no green. This yes or no. That's it.
Yeah. Next, because Lisa reached out to Ayan on multiple occasions, but Ayan did not return her calls or messages. They no longer are close like God and Jesus.
They cracked me up with no longer close like God and Jesus. I said, well,
surprising.
They're related, but that's okay. I want to know how much did she really reach out to her, and how did she reach out to her? Because when we go to Ayan's, which is the next one, it don't seem like Lisa had reached out that much. Because what does Ayan say on hers?
Great. Ayan. Yep.
Ayan is still waiting for an apology from Lisa. How you still waiting if she said she called you? She has changed Lisa's name in her phone from hottest Jamaican to the betrayer and the heartless.
I believe that. That I actually do believe.
I believe that too because I mean, Ayan's been through a lot, and for her to turn around and see you, I don't know if it's play with her. Um, I don't know what to call it because I feel like she probably did talk to Ayan and tell her when she thought she shouldn't do something or pull back on this or on this scene don't do too much or whatever the case may be. I can see her doing that and knowing Ayan don't really care. Like, okay, I don't care. Whatever you want to do or whatever you say, just tell me when you want me to do it because I'll forget. That's what Ayan gives me. And Lisa gives me, yeah, I'm the boss. I'm bossy and I'm gonna boss you around. And what I say, go. And if in a moment you don't do what I say, yeah, our friendship's done. You are not gonna be you need to be my peasant or you don't. And that's what I get from Lisa. And I love Lisa, but she gives me, I'm the queen and what I say goes. And even that even goes with her husband. Because you notice he said, I'll talk to you later. He don't check her. He just even though you're not talking to your best friend, why are you treating your best friend like that? Yeah, but not so much. It's like he knows it. I ain't about to have her blow up on me either. Just at the dinner table when she was going off on Talene just sat there and let her do it. Like, girl, I ain't said nothing. I ain't said nothing to you. Why you coming for me? And why is your husband still letting you come for me? And your husband letting her come for you too? Because I know my husband would have been like, all right, you said enough. And then that'd have been the end of it. Because now you said enough. Why are you still talking? So yeah. A mess. Okay, I'm like, who else is that?
Let's be clear, none of the girls could have bought my mother's house. This is what I was thinking when Lisa was talking about buying a property. Have they thought about anything in the Cotswolds? Her Insta doesn't seem like they have, nor anywhere else in England. Let's see. If so, Cast Trip Season 3, wonderful. 100 acres in the Cotswolds would set you back over 10 million. It's the most exclusive area in the UK. Wait, why did Caroline repost Lisa? Is this supposed to be her parents' house? Wait, what the fuck?
What does it say? Real Brit life.
I guess it's her parents' house.
Real Dubai.
Yeah, I guess this is it.
So did she purchase this house? Did Lisa purchase this house or no?
I don't know what she's trying to illustrate by reposting this. I guess this is their house.
And is Caroline clowning and saying that none of them girls could buy the mother's house?
I mean, yeah, I took that as that, but I don't know why Lisa then said this. This is my mom's home. My dad is 80. Not sure at this stage. They want more. Not sure what this is trying to prove. It's gorgeous. Oh, I guess she was trying to clown. Why is this woman going after Stanberry's elderly parents' home? Leave them alone. Like, honestly, someone has a chip on her shoulder. Of course not. She says she's buying 100 acres. That will cost that. I didn't say I have 100 acres there. She says she's buying, and you simply cannot buy that there. Let's be clear. Oh, okay.
She would know.
That's Lisa. I mean, from the outside, it looks like a nice property, though.
Yeah, it does.
It's not
but it doesn't look like farm. Doesn't look like a lot of farmland. That's what Lisa said she
looks like what she's wanting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why. I mean, y'all, you're probably sick of me saying this today, but I'm gonna say it again. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Like it can be expensive to live there. I'm pretty sure. Sure it is. I'm pretty sure that her and her husband have some money to spend. 10 million. I don't know. I don't know his net worth. I don't know. I don't know their net worth.
Yeah.
But so I'm not gonna say that it would have been I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming just having that idea in your mind, he's from there. Like, he knows.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt he's going to go there with $10 in his pocket and think that he's going to have 100 acres in exchange. Like, So I'm pretty sure they have money to spend, but at the same time,
and the fact that it's got to be an income property.
this could still cost a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're obviously not about to live there full time.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
rent it out or like Airbnb it. Probably not.
Yeah, who knows?
Like they would want to do that, but I don't know. I checked everybody else's page just to see what the girls were talking about. But I don't see them saying anything, surprisingly, even though it was the finale. So there were accounts that Lisa would be to blame for the fallout between her and Ion, but before the season, I was right to stand. Yeah, I don't see anything else really being said. So that's really all we got then for y'all, I guess.
For the season finale, that's it for y'all, man.
What would you rate it? No, what would you rate it on a scale
for finale? It's the lowest. I would for me, it's the worst finale that I've seen. Out of the Housewives. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so mean, but it is. It's because it led up to the letdown. Yes, the house was nice. Yes, the Bugatti was nice. Yes, all of that was nice, but literally for us to get to the end and you gonna tell me that these fools stopped talking because of the word begging? I mean bragging.
I had to mute myself because I was like actually screaming because the way you just said that was, I don't know. I wasn't expecting you to be like, that was like the worst.
The worst one. I mean, as far as I can remember, and I've been watching Housewives since my son is 2007. I think Housewives started in 2006. Michael Lee is 17, so I think it started the year before he was born. Out of all those years, this is the most one that let me down the most because I've really been wanting to know what broke their friendship up. Like what's gonna rock the boat so hard? And we had literally saw something that happened that thought that's gonna be their friendship, and they came back together. So I'm waiting for the bomb to drop. There was no bomb to drop.
You know why you're saying that and why I'm like, really? Is because you didn't watch this last season of Jersey. That's why.
I didn't.
No, it definitely
the shade of it all. Y'all see my sister being shady.
No, because they're neck and neck for like, are you serious?
Oh, okay.
When I watched it, I was like, totally didn't need it to be 90 minutes anymore because what we have gotten. But it did still make me sad though, because I'm like, that's bad because it's bad that we have this reaction because they really needed to end with a bang.
Make a bang. Yes, they did.
Ratings are set up, y'all, and I'm interested to see how this finale pans out on the rating scale. I'm a little nervous for them. They might get put on a high. I mean, I don't know. I don't work at Bravo. We don't work at Bravo, but
we don't.
It's giving like if anybody's going to be put on a hiatus, you guys might be next.
It'll be them. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping that their reunion.
Y'all.
No, it's not. But I hope their reunion make up for the bull crap because they were gone for so long, because there's so much water under the bridge.
They have to give it at the reunion.
They gotta give it to us for the reunion. They gotta give us all that they can give. There, like I said, there was so much time left lapse that we don't know what's here or there, or we don't know what's all going on and where all the people, who's all friends still and who ain't really friends, So yeah, child. Oh,
exactly. But we'll be back, y'all. Same time, same place next week, or well, maybe not the same exact time, but same place. For the reunion. Did they say? I'm sure they did. I didn't see the official trailer though. How many parts is going to be?
It did not say. It didn't say.
Usually it'll say it. I feel like it'll say it like
it's gonna say it right when he announced it on tonight on Real Housewives of Dubai reunion part 1. That's when we're gonna find out. As soon as he says if he says that,
say it on like the regular.
Or if they give us a real trailer. If they give us a real trailer.
Well, yeah, maybe like a real not as the episode is concluding trailer, but like when they just roll it as a regular commercial. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I feel like they do say like
they will say it, either there or like I said,
2-part. Like sometimes I feel like I hear like Andy's voice saying the 3-part, 2, whatever. I don't know. we'll see.
We
But
gonna see.
we'll be here to talk about it all with you all. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and listening to our commentary and sharing a kiki with us in the comment section. We appreciate you guys. Again, please, on your way out, hit the like button on both channels if you can. And please let us know your thoughts in the comment section on the episode as a finale, the season, our commentary, all those things. We'd love to hear from you all. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Ditto all of that, echoing everything. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment, playback gang. We appreciate y'all. You know we love y'all. We love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all come back next week, okay? We see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.